Re- Hello, my dear masters. Welcome to all of you for this 21 life transformation program on the breath mindfulness meditation sessions. Today is the day 17. So happy to see all of you here. I believe you all had a very good day today. And yesterday, we have looked into the plant-based food. Yeah, so we all know why we should be a vegetarian, why we should eat plant-based food is as we consume the plant-based food, there's how the path for us to grow in the spirituality is there. So we all, in the long run, we have to stop consuming this meat, right? As how we feel this body is a holy, as temple is holy. So we have to transform into being a vegetarian. Yeah. And besides that, it's also affecting our karmic account. So we have to take note on that as well, masters. So welcome once again to all of you to this platform today. So today we are going to look into a new topic. So let's go into today's agenda. First, we will be having 30 minutes of meditation. It will be guided by our wonderful speaker today, Master Ananthi. And after that, we will be going into today's topic and on judgmental and criticism. So let me introduce to all of you Master Ananthi. All right. Let me share a little bit about Master Ananthi here. All right. Master Vijay Ananthi, fondly called as Ananthi by everyone. Okay, is a coach. She's a holistic happiness coach and a senior meditator, practicing Anapanasati meditation for decades now. A mechanical engineer by education and a software engineer by profession, has now been dedicating her time to spirit meditation along with pursuing her passion of classical Bharatanatyam and business. Master Ananthi has completed her PG diploma in yogic science through Pyramid Spiritual Science Academy, PSSA Global, last year. She is a volunteer for Pyramid Valley International, PVI, for the past 9 years. In the literature divisions, she has been a core member in bringing out various books published by PVI, namely like Science of Meditation. Meditation is very, very easy. Pyramid Energy, Pyramid Power, and many more. Master Ananthi feels very happy to have worked with Dr. Brahmarishi Pitamaha Patriji years after years of their annual table calendar. She has been associated with Pyramid Spiritual Science Academic Global, PSSA Global, now as a director for the past 4 years, and has been worked with Dr. Brahmarishi Shivaramappa closely. Master Ananthi teaches meditation to her friends, relatives, children, and corporates, and has introduced meditation to thousands of seekers in last 8 years. At present, she is part of the various digital sessions conducted by Pyramid Valley International, PMC Tamil, PSSM Global, PSSM USA, Buddha CEO, and PSSA Global, and has conducted more than 500 online meditation sessions. So besides, I would like to share about Master Ananthi. I got to know her through this beginners meditation sessions. And she's also one of my master, one of my guru, as she have encouraged many people, to come forward to, to open up, to speak up, especially in the group meditation. So welcome, welcome, Master. Welcome to you. My humble pranams to you. And my humble gratitude to you for, having your time and being with us in this platform today. So over to you, Master.
Thank you, Master. It's always a joy, and I'm very, very happy to connect with meditators all the time. So, namaste and a warm welcome to all the masters, and thank you to Master Vishwa for giving me this wonderful opportunity to come and join with you all for another wonderful session of meditation. So that is what I'm very happy about today, along with a little bit of that learning, whatever I learn with each and every passing day, I'm able to share with you also. That is very happy for me. Thank you, Master, for that. Yes. So, Master, shall we go into meditation?
Yes, 30 minutes meditation, Master.
Okay.
We can go, then we can go into the topic for the day after that.
Okay. So, I mean, I will just talk a little bit about myself after the meditation, okay, about my experience, one or two I will be sharing. So before that, we'll just go into meditation. So meditation, I'm sure that you all have been doing it regularly, but this Anapanasati meditation, though sounds complicated, isn't it? Anapanasati, what is it when we listen to it for the first time? But when we say it is only for the observing your breath, it becomes very simple. But even that simple thing is sometimes very complicated, isn't it? We're not able to observe our breath. Why? We are having so many thoughts, thousands and thousands of thoughts, as if they're just pouring in just now. They were not there before. Just now they came in knocking. Isn't it? It feels that. But no, we are always surrounded by the thoughts when we are not doing any other kind of physical activity, and when we are just focused on our breath with that single thought of, hey, focus on your breath, we feel so. But what is that secret of letting go of the thought? So that secret is nothing but observing your breath. So many have asked this question, and I have also faced the same situation as to how to let go of my thought, which I was also finding it difficult. But the only thing which always helped me has been to bringing back your observation back to your breath again and again. So this one thought of focusing on your breath helps to control or let go of all the thoughts which is there in your head one by one, and the calmness comes in, and you are left with that only one thought, and which is also very easy to let go because it's an automatic activity which we are doing, breathing, isn't it? So we not really need to focus our attention into it. So it becomes very easy to let go of that final one thought also of focusing on your breath. So dear friends, let us go into this beautiful practice of meditation once again. So we are going to become one with our breath. So with our gratitude to our beloved Patriji, let us go into this beautiful meditation once again. Make yourself comfortable in a good sitting position. The seated position with your crossed legs is always very good. If you want to keep your legs stretched out, kindly put them one over the other, crossing at your ankles. So the hands go like this with fingers into fingers. And if you have the habit of wearing spectacles, you can remove them now. We are not going to require them. Why? We are going to keep our eyes closed now. We're not going to talk or chant any kind of mantra or focus or breath inside, holding the breath inside or outside the body. We're just going to simply be with our natural breath. So, dear masters, have that sip of water if you'd like to. It really helps you to keep yourself hydrated. So we will listen to some nice flute music now while we go into this meditation. Dear friends, dear master, And my dear gods, we are all gathered here for a very powerful group meditation where we simply observe our natural breathing process. We are with our breath. We are with our energy. We are with our true self. Just let go of the thought which comes by simply observing it. Do not fight with it. Do not question it. Simply become that observer. Become one with that thought and let go of it. Becoming one with your breath. is that ultimate goal you have right now. Flow along with your breath as it goes deep inside of you, deeper and deeper, to each and every cell of your miraculous body. Feel the energy, feel the vibration, feel your true self. We understand that we are energy beings. Our breath, our guru, energizes this whole energy being. Feel the love, feel the kindness, feel that compassion, feel that joy with each and every breath. that you believe you are with each and every breath. Bring in the freshness, bring in the beauty, bring in the joy, bring in the miracles. Feel it, enjoy it. Just become one with your breath. With each and every breath, feel the newness, feel the change. You are that ever changing, ever glowing, ever joyful being. Feel that newness. Just breathe. Continue to observe your breath. And 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Now, gently place both your hands on your eyes for a few seconds and open your eyes with that most amazing, beautiful smile on your face. Dear friends, I hope you all had a very deep session of meditation today. I'm very happy and I'm very glad that I got another opportunity to meditate with you all. Meditation always gives us that inner joy, that inner satisfaction, isn't it? So when I came into this meditation, I was having that thought that, okay, meditation is not for young people, it's only for old people who are retired. So I had that very strong belief in me, saying that no, it is not for me. But I got introduced to meditation through Masters Chandra and Vani and my very good friends. And I got to know more about the benefits of meditation. As I listened to them day by day, I had that strong feeling, hey, why not give it a try? So I always like to try new things. So I gave it a try, wherein I was having a little bit of a physical injury, basically stiffness in my shoulder, a lot of pain, recurring pain, which was happening at that time. So I started my meditation with the 45 minutes of meditation for 40 days under the pyramid. And for the first 2 weeks, instead of the pain reducing, I rather noticed that the pain was increasing. And I was like really surprised. How is it even possible? And the pain used to increase drastically when I am in the posture of meditation. When I'm doing meditation, the pain used to increase. And after meditation, the pain used to go away. So I used to wonder, hey, is there something which I'm doing wrong? So again, that thought, isn't it? It comes by. But by the 3rd and 4th week, the pain in my shoulder completely went away. Miraculously, I still do not know how it went away. And I never got that kind of pain till now. It's been more than 10 years now. So I'm just enjoying that pain-free shoulder for such a long time. Not only that, my digestive power also increased. I noticed that difference, very drastic difference I could actually make out in my physical body. So if I say that this is my physical benefit, which I got initially, many other things like everybody has success and failures, isn't it? But do we always do we always notice that, yes, this is a success? No, we notice the failures which happen in our life, isn't it? Very easily and always. So that was what I was also doing. So in spite of my name saying Vijay Ananthi, which meant happiness, victory, joy, I was not able to identify, hey, this is victory. When I scored 99 in mathematics in my 10th examination and my friends got 100, I was like not happy with the 99 marks, but I was just thinking about that one mark which I lost, which I really did not celebrate. It is a great victory because I really scored well. All the other subjects, my overall score was really very good. But yet I was not happy. So the happiness which we see in our life was actually, what I can say, was like it was there, but it was not there also. So that is the beauty of life, I would say. So after I came into meditation, I started understanding, realizing the small things, the small happiness which comes in our life. I started enjoying. How? By reading books, by the beautiful satsangs which we all have now, by interacting with masters, by listening to Patriji, many more like this. I started understanding, I started having that concept of life in a different way. My thought pattern started changing with each and every meditation. We get that more clarity, isn't it? So that is the benefit of meditation, which I saw in my practical life. So I have been experiencing this practical benefits of meditation in my life. So I got back my happiness and I know where the victory is in my life. I just no longer crib because I celebrate life each and every moment now. And I'm sure that many of you are in that celebration mode every day. So each and every moment in our life is that decision-making moment. Hey, what is that you're going to choose? And if you are going to be truthful to that inner self, we are going to be truthful in that outer reality which we are creating for ourselves. When we understand these small principles and concepts in our everyday life, that is when the real happiness starts flourishing. So we start smiling more, we start interacting with people more, especially with unknown people, strangers. You're not going to have that barrier to talk to a person when you go to a club or a party. You're able to break that ice very easily and you're able to talk, make that conversation and make that friendship go beyond that. You're able to go on a trek with unknown people in an unknown group. You're able to go alone. You're able to let go of the fear. By becoming that learner, we understand that we have to overcome that fear, pierce through it, face it. So I started understanding. I started understanding that age is just a number. So you can go after your passion even at this age. So I started experimenting with music, dance, business. So many things which have been happening beautifully in my life, all with the power of meditation, which I have, which gives that ultimate clarity in a life. Anytime and every time You will not have that 30 minutes or 1 hour to sit for meditation, isn't it? When you are having that, oh God, how will I manage this situation? This client is just talking too much. Sometimes it happens like that, isn't it? So how do you maintain your cool at that time? So meditation, I do not sit for 30 minutes or 1 hour, but 1 minute or 2 minutes of meditation helps me to get back my focus, to let go of that unwanted recurring thoughts. And I take that thought which will help me go forward in each and everyday life, and I keep going. So this today's topic of understanding the judgment, being judgmental or being a critic or criticism. So how do you handle it? So that has also been helpful because Patriji always says, isn't it? No judgment, no gossip, no interference. It's not only for the other person, even for your inner being. You need to be more free with your own self. Don't judge yourself. Don't gossip about yourself. Don't interfere into your that inner feeling, that passion. The heart says, hey, I want to learn that new art of early painting. But the other portion of your brain or something tells you, the thought comes by, no, you're not a young child. Come on, that's for small children. How can you go and attend a class where small children go? It's not for you. We do not judge. We do not interfere into our own self. We ourselves do not know that we are judging. Okay, even with small statements. Say, people say, okay, people in my left hand side say X number of things. People in my right hand say Y number of things. But you know what? I'm a very practical person. You understand there is something judgmental in this. I always look for practical solutions. Another example, I say, this Jessie, you know about her? She's very extreme. Whatever she does, she just goes always into it. But I always prefer the middle path. Do you understand where I'm being judgmental? My friend always works too hard. She needs to learn to balance work and life, She's not in great times now. Do you understand where we have to balance or I'm being judgmental here? If John was a great manager, you know what he'll do? You understand where it's being judgmental? I know you like to do sailing, but you know what the real world wants you to do? Again, there is a judgment. The reality of the situation is so and so and so and so. The truth of the matter is so and so and so and so. You have to look into the facts. And you know what the facts tell you? So do you understand that we are being judgmental? These are all few examples of how judgmental we are in. We feel that they are all very natural, very everyday sentences, but they are very judgmental. So we can just take a few examples of what I said. Say someone says that you have to balance something, that they have to balance their work and life. So what are they actually balancing? They are balancing their own conflicting values. So where are these conflicting values coming from? Say you say that you want to have that good food, but you are saying that you want to look good. That is, you want to eat that and really unhealthy. You want to eat all those things, but yet you want to look good. So you want to save money, but you want to have that expensive car. So these are the conflicting beliefs which you yourself have. So where are you going to draw that balance? So next, The other term, practical. The person is more, you need to be practical. We use this word practical many times, isn't it? So what is this practical, which is trying to balance the conflicting values? So when we understand about this, we need to understand that everybody's values are unique. And everybody's way of evaluation of what is practical is also unique. So when we take an example of say some 4 or 5 people are taking a trip to a particular place, one might prefer to walk down, saying that, hey, it's only hardly a few miles. I can walk down. I have the time. For someone, they might want to take the sub. For some, they must want to take a bus and enjoy the environment. Some, they want to go in a chauffeur different vehicle, isn't it? So what is it? So the values are totally different for each and every person. When we say, okay, I'm going to take the middle path, I am in the middle path. So what is that middle path? And what is that left? And what is that right? What is that values which is there? So each and every person's perspective of the same thing, of the same object, the same situation might look different, isn't it? So what are we here now judging for? So when we say, hey, you know what the truth is, when we say the fact is, so what is that you're consistent? So truth is something which you think is consistent, which is happening again and again. The sun is rising every day. So the truth is that, okay, there is a sun and it is rising every day and it is rising in the east and all we have here. So this is what we finally conclude, that something is happening consistently. So that is the truth we try to believe. So each and every time, with time and again, we agree. But it is not like always we have to agree into that particular thing. So even if we see that judicial system, which we are seeing, the courts and all those things, they have different truths and they are finding different ways to resolve them, isn't it? The judgment system. So now, being a critic, is it a good thing or a not? So let's see a little bit what being a critic, there are even good sides to it, isn't it? So let's just see a little bit about being critical, being a critic. Say Carnatic singer is singing and a critic writes. We have seen examples, isn't it? Like what they are doing. So basically, the critic means examining that idea or the statement or that behavior of the person in a very well-reasoned manner. Just noting down in a very fashioned, structured way. So it means questioning what you read and what you listen to and what you're looking into, observing. And you just do not follow what has been published in the book, just like that. You just question yourself. You're being a critic. You're just trying to understand. You're trying to reason out as to why things are happening in that way. So when you're a critic, you just try to put in more reason, try to understand the logic, whether it's being correct or not. So this constructive criticism is something where when you communicate, it is for that purpose of communicating and which is going to be helpful information for the person in a very non-threatening way. When it is going to be in that particular fashion, then that criticism is going to cause some goodness. Okay, we think so, isn't it? Okay, because of me, she changed. Sometimes we even judge like that, isn't it? Is it because of you, or is it because that really that person decided to change? But we think the other way. So being judgmental or this criticism means that you are just taking a particular view about someone or something or someplace, okay, based on your own personal value system. What you have been learning, what you have been understanding from the environment, all through from your birth, based on your situation, you get conditioned to a particular belief system. So, based on your personal system, personal value system, you are just trying to talk about the other person. So that is where this criticism or this judgmental thing comes from. So this criticism is the construction of a judgment. So before we judge, we are criticizing. Okay, we put in n number of critics about that particular person, and then finally we judge, hey, this person is like this because so and so and so and so reasons. So this is the connection between this being criticism and being judgmental. So is being critical helping the person, or is it really hurting the person? This is which is what we need to understand. So when we try to think about it, a person, we have heard it is he is one's own critic. We are the ones who pull us down more often than someone else outside of us, isn't it? We have been seeing it again and again. Say, you should have performed better, which I was also thinking that I should have not lost that 1 mark. I should have done better. I was not happy with what I got. So many things like this which keep happening in our life. I'm not good enough. I do not, how well I do, how well I cook, how well I do in office. My manager is not going to like me or comment me or appreciate me, whatever I'm doing. So we often put ourselves down unnecessarily. So when we have this attitude for our own self, what is that? We are going to show it to the other person. We are going to show the same thing. So this is when the relationships, either with our family or with the outside business world, that is when we get spoiled by our own self. We just drop the bomb for ourselves, isn't it? So we complain about being criticized. That is, many times the spouses do complain, isn't it, about the partners, that even though I do something very well, I've been taking care of the kids very well, but yet my husband says that even though I have been taking care of my wife so very well, she complains that I'm not spending sufficient time with her. Both sides, we do have this kind of complaints coming in, isn't it? Employees say that even though I come to office on time, I'm the only person coming to office regularly now for all the 5 days in the week, but yet my manager doesn't like me, always complains about me. He just says good things about that particular person. We do say, isn't it? So why do we criticize? Why is this a very major component? There are many reasons. One major reason is like we are angry or we are frustrated from inside of out. We are just something which irritates us, which pokes us. It's just a reflex which comes out immediately. And is it going to give any help? No, many times we actually target some kind of a person, which is not really fair. It's very unfair to the other person. And many times, why do we do that? Why do we criticize? It's because of some ego problem. Hey, you know what? I'm not having that luxury car like her. So, but she doesn't do this thing well. So I can talk about myself in that group of friends where people will appreciate me, where you are trying to put the other person down by criticizing that one aspect of your friend. That's a friend. But yet you're just criticizing about that one aspect of that friend and trying to put them to boost your ego. This is where a little bit of arrogance or ignorance both come in play. Or sometimes we are criticizing just to be hurtful. We are really not fond of that other person and we want to put down that person. So that is when we try to criticize. We get that hateful words and they are very emotional also. So this actually shows the darker side of your personality. So it is absolutely okay. But the only thing is you need to realize it as soon as possible and take the corrective action. So sometimes we criticize. Why? just to get the things done differently. Okay, office may something is happening day in and day out the same way, but you want something different to happen. So you just put in a word and you want something different. You want a different result and you criticize. It might work out in a good way or it can bombard back on you also. So there are two possibilities for that. And one major thing which we always think we criticize is that we are helping, we're trying to improve the other person. But are we really helping the other person? That is the question. Is it the feedback taken in a nice way, or is it going to come back to you? Is it an acceptable way? Is it going to be appreciated? So what are the benefits of being critical? Yes, there are few benefits. Okay, so it is like you get that improved attention. You're able to give, okay, your friend told you that you're not punctual to class, yoga class, you're always coming that 5 minute late. Why are you coming late? So you're able to give attention to your detail. Why is it that I am going late to that particular yoga class? So I just look into the detail and I try to mend myself to that improved ability to ask questions as to why things are happening in that way, to enhance our knowledge, to get that being more focused, that ability to identify things, identify the key points, as in where we are lagging, how to get our own point put forth in front of the other person. We try to understand that. We are trying to identify the trends and the patterns which are happening either in office, work, or at home. Why is a child doing the same thing again and again in spite of you repeating not to do? They're watching their mobile, playing that particular game again and again. You're telling them many times, no, but no, why is that pattern happening? So you're able to focus your energy to that. So you're able to identify the consequence of doing something, isn't it? When you're able to be a little bit good critic. So being critic is good, but not being judgmental. Criticism and judgmental is not really very good. So being judgmental. So what is this being judgmental? We are being compassionate to ourselves as meditators. So what is that harsh judgment we are trying to make of others, knowingly or unknowingly? So when we are trying to do something like that, what is and where is the thing which we have to focus? When we try to think about it, where should we focus? We need to focus that inside. This judgment is basically happening from our thoughts and the words and the actions which we are doing. It's coming, arising unconsciously from within us. So we are trying to understand what we are going to do, what we actually enjoy doing, what we do not enjoy doing, and we are trying to see and not judge, but understand. So understanding, that is this judging and criticizing the other person, there is something very important which we need to understand. It gives an illusion for the person as if they are having a control over the other person, as if you told something to that person and because of that, that person changed. And because of that, the next set of things happened. Yes, you might have been that spark which induced that fire or light in them. Yes, of course, that's a very good thing. But we do not take that 100% credit that I was the person. You do not become overly judgmental. You do not become that overly criticizing. You do not become that person who controls that someone else's life. So how do we overcome of being criticizing the other person or being judgmental? Because we can be judged, criticized, or we also can judge or criticize the other person, isn't it? So how do we overcome of being this judgmental? But they say no judgment. So how do we get into that state of no judgment? We need to understand the basic things that everybody's inner is their own sacred territory. Like the way mine inside is a sacred territory, the space in yours is also a very sacred territory. So I do not have that right to trespass yours without the permission. So yes, of course, when the person is ready to ask for your help and take your feedback, yes, of course, we do that. But we do not violate that important rule. We do not cross that boundary. So we understand that, like the way we treat ourselves, we need to treat the other person of being non-judgmental. So this kind of violation, when we do, it's that violation of that honor, that trust, that emotional feelings, that safety. We are trying to break all these things. And what will it result to? It will result to resentment, of course. So do we really need that? No. So we, as practicing meditation, we cultivate that beautiful compassion within ourselves. So where are we going to turn this compassion first? We are going to turn this compassion inwards, then outwards. So each and every time we notice that we are trying to judge outside, we look inside with that beautiful feeling of love. We breathe in that loving energy. Each and every time, just let go. And then breathe in. Breathe in and observe that love which goes in through your heart. And you can just imagine as if that warmth is washing away all that not really good or healthy thoughts which are coming in your mind, that judgment which you made about you, either yourself or the other person. So with either soothing or comforting words, hey Ananthi, it is okay, I accept that you had that thought about the other person, but now you have realized it, you have done a great achievement which was not there in you yesterday. When we talk to ourselves a little bit more positive, we increase that vibration automatically, and we are able to let go of that judgment or that criticism or whatever that negative emotion, feeling which is there in ourselves. So, how do we practice? Meditation is going to help us to overcome it. So, when we are practicing this meditation, what we can do is just close our eyes for a second and then take a moment to reflect. When we are having that thoughts of judgment or resent or that criticism about the other person or yourself, reflect of what you are thinking about. That is very important. In that particular moment, what thought is coming, what idea you are getting about the other person, what makes you feel about that. So you need to note about the feelings next. What feelings are you getting at that particular moment? Are you feeling sad? And because of that, you're trying to say that harsh word to that other person? So what is the value you're trying to protect when you're saying that word? When you already told that word, either way. Or what are you longing for in your inner? So these are the things which you need to practice again and again to overcome this feeling of being judged, or you judge the other person, or the criticism part, both. So how do we become less judgmental? A few tips or tricks which we can say is, first, distinguish between the judging actions and judging the people. You can talk about the event which happened, but not talk about the people. Because of this, because of a character, because of studying, because of going and staying abroad, because she has been coming from a village, we do not add all those judgmental comments in the, but when something happens, any situation or an event, when it happens, very important. Next, what do? We ask ourselves what we really know about that particular person. Are we really knowledgeable enough? Yes, they might be your neighbor, but what do you know about them? What is going through them inside? What values they have been brought upon from their young age? You do not know. You have been neighbor maybe for 5 years or 10 years now, but yet you really do not know about them, what's happening in their life, isn't it? So we need to really understand. No, keep quiet. Simple. Third thing, what we can do is reflect upon how it feels to be judged yourself. Put yourself in their shoes and understand if someone says that particular word to you, how do you feel? So, this is a very important thing which we can do while we think to let go of being judgmental. Next, the last thing which I would like to say is the negative impacts of judging. Just feel about it, understand about yourself. If you are in that situation or if someone else is there, just see the overall impact in the house. So you're just talking about your child. You have two children and one child, you're just talking, and in especially in front of the other child, just see the impact, what it is going to create for the child and for the sibling, and how the environment of the house is going to be. So when we understand all these things, slowly we can come out of this practice of being judgmental, of being into this criticism. And being a critic is okay, but not criticize the person. So, dear friends, I have shared a little bit about this. Okay, 7:40. So, about this topic. So, if anybody would like to share their thoughts, you may please do so.
Yes, Masters, if anybody wanted to ask any questions or share anything, please come forward. I think until today, Master, still in this group, everyone is still, thinking to come forward.
Okay.
Very, yeah.
Okay. So I think someone should start that, isn't it?
Oh, Master Lishmanan is here.
Okay.
Yes, Master, would you like to share
Namaste,
something?
Master.
Yeah. Namaste, Ananthi garu.
Namaste, Master.
Very good session. Yeah, a good topic you chose today, judgmental criticism. Especially on judgmental, Bhagwan Baba always say, when you point one finger to you, means you just realize that three fingers are pointing to yourself. So don't be judgmental. Everybody make mistakes. So always don't try to find fault in other person. See whether you have the same qualities or not. If you don't have the qualities, don't go and judge. But on criticism, I think I accept criticism because without criticism, we cannot grow. See, as a president here also, I know I'm receiving a lot of criticism. So when it falls to my ears, then I say I must change here and there. Otherwise, I'll just go in my manner, my way. So I think criticism is acceptable, but not judgmental in my case, because as a leader, when you get criticism, you try to change, adjust the situation to please a few people. You can't please everybody, but at least the majority of people you can please. You can't please any individual. But as a group, when the criticism comes, we can make some changes in our way of handling the situation or running a society. That's my view, Master Ananthi. Thank you very much for coming to the Malaysian platform. Very nice of you. Last time you came to my platform also. Today, Vishwa has invited you. I think I must really appreciate Master Vishpa, for the past, I think, 18, 19 days he's conducting and without fail. And he's actually fairly good crowd is drawing, but 20 people is a good sign for her. I really appreciate Master Vishwa.
Thank you, Master. Thank you so much.
Not easy, ma. It's not easy to. So, Master Vijay Ananth garu, also thank you so much for coming to our platform and sharing this particular subject on judgmental criticism. It's a nice topic, but you have put on from your side, your view. So very nice, very nice. Thank you.
Thank you, Master. Thank you. So positive criticism is always good, but not the negative criticism. So that is what we need to understand always.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
yes. And how the person takes it as a positive or a negative. So that is also depends on each and every person. So better not to say anything.
Yeah.
No interference is the best thing.
So
Yeah,
I
gone are those
think,
days, now, not like olden days, people accept it, but now the present day people, they rebut immediately, they respond immediately, they react immediately. So we are very, very careful when we pass judgment criticism. I've gone are those days when they just keep silently. The elder person say, nowadays no, the younger person also criticizing of the elder person. I have gone through all this. So one of those days, where the young people don't criticize. Now they're very daring to criticize.
Yes, and we are very positive, isn't it, Master, to take
Yes,
everything.
we are in this line. We are in this. Patriji has taught us so many lessons, on this.
Correct.
Not only this judgment, criticism, variety of topics, concepts, So it's a great learning for all of us.
Yes, Master.
all right. Yes. Thank you, Master. I think if there is no one else to ask any questions, I think we can wrap up the session for today. Well,
Sure.
thank you so much, Master Ananthi, for being here today, this platform, and for your wonderful explanation on this topic today. There's always take back for each and every session of yours and all the masters. I think we have better understanding and about this being a judgmental and criticism. We must know where to be criticizing and where, when we should not. And when it comes to judgmental, it's like, if possible, completely, totally off it. Criticism, yes, as you said, is important to, allow us to grow in a certain things. But we have to, see where it is be needed. And yeah, judgmental is completely no, I would say. So
Yes.
thank you so much, Master, for your wonderful time, for being with us. Truly appreciate.
Yes.
So
Yes, thank you, Master. I mean, your service is truly appreciable. I'm very happy to have joined you for this session today. I'm very grateful for this opportunity. Thank you.
thank you so much, Master. My humble gratitude to you for this session. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, so my dear masters and friends, I think we all had a very great topic today about judgmental and criticism. And as Master Ananthi said, we have to be very careful when we critics. Critics is good when, to allow us to grow in ourselves, right? But at the same time, we also have to be careful when we do the criticisms, and we don't judge anybody in anything, because everybody have their rights in every manner, right, Masters? So thank you once again to all of you for being here on this platform today. So we will see again tomorrow at 9 p.m. Malaysia time. Until then, good day to you all and good night. Take care. Bye-bye. Thank you. Thanks, Master.